ChatGPT isn't just good for analyzing and generating text. It's also very handy with data. So, a lot of stuff that would have taken you hours in Excel and Sheets can be done within a few minutes in ChatGPT. So, in this section, we'll take a look at uploading data, cleaning and organizing it, analyzing it, visualizing it, and then also exporting it. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. Before you can analyze and visualize any data, you need to first upload that data into ChatGPT. The way you can do that is by clicking on the attachment button or just dragging and dropping your spreadsheet into ChatGPT. You can also copy-paste your data into ChatGPT, but I found using a CSV or Excel file just makes the whole process a lot easier. And I can just go ahead and ask a quick prompt. So, I can say, explain what this spreadsheet is. And there you go, I've run a prompt. It'll quickly run an analysis and then give me an answer. So, let's just give it a moment. Think it's almost done. There we go. So, it's giving me an explanation of what this spreadsheet is for. Now that I've uploaded some data for the sneaker business, I'm going to go ahead and try and clean it up. So, the first prompt that I've given it is to remove any duplicates or rows that have empty cells. So, you can see it running the operation, and it cleans it up. Next, I ask it to remove any customers that have purchased less than 5 shoes. Again, it goes ahead and runs that operation. And finally, I've asked it to create a new column for total revenue generated for each customer, which it also does. So, as you can see, you can clean it, you can manipulate it, and you can also introduce new columns into the dataset with the help of ChatGPT. Next, we're going to try and analyze this data. So, I've given ChatGPT a very simple prompt, which is, analyze the data and summarize key trends and insights. Again, remember we're using a spreadsheet with some data on a sneaker business. So, it'll go ahead and run that analysis, and it summarizes some statistics for me. For example, the number of total customers, the number of purchases, the average purchase price, the revenue generated, and then some insights down here. It also goes ahead and gives me some recommendations on how I can increase my sales. So, interesting to see that it can not only analyze the data but also understand what the data is for and make some recommendations accordingly. Now that I've cleaned and analyzed the data, I want to visualize the data. So, this is another thing that ChatGPT is super handy for. So, instead of spending minutes or hours within Excel or Sheets trying to visualize the data, you can go ahead and try and visualize it with ChatGPT very simply. So, for this example, I've asked it to create a bar chart that shows revenue generated by city. It's gone ahead and done it. It looks a little bit clunky, but once you download it, it looks a lot cleaner. Next up, I've asked it to create a correlation chart that charts the relationship between the month and the revenue generated, which is also created. A few of the simple visualizations might just be easier to go ahead and create in Excel or whatever other software you're using. But for some more complex things like correlation charts, something like ChatGPT might be a better option. Once you've analyzed and visualized the data, you might want to download the data. So, there are 2 ways to do this. For charts and visualizations, just right-click on the image and press download. And for data, just go ahead and ask for an export of the file. So, here I've said, I've created a CSV file containing the data from the cities. Show me stuff that has more than 5,000 in revenue and give me a download link, which it's done. And here, if I click it, I can just go ahead and download the file directly. You can also use ChatGPT to generate formulas for Excel and Google Sheets. So, in this first example, I've said that I want to remove all the characters to the right of a number in Excel and for it to give me a formula to do that. ChatGPT gives me a formula along with an explanation. Next, I prompted and said, I want to do currency conversions in Google Sheets and convert USD to EUR. Give me a formula for that. Again, ChatGPT goes ahead and gives me the formula for Google Finance and Google Sheets along with an explanation and steps on how to use the formula. One final thing, please be careful when uploading data to ChatGPT, especially if it's personal, sensitive, or company data. Please check with your company and see if they're okay with you uploading the data. And when you do upload any company or personal data, remove personal identifiers like emails, addresses, and so on. Besides analyzing data, another cool thing that ChatGPT can do is that it can analyze and identify images. So, in this prompt right here, I've uploaded a screenshot of a landing page, and I've asked it for suggestions on how I can improve it. If I scroll down, you can see that it gives me a bunch of suggestions on how I can improve that landing page. But you can also use ChatGPT for identification. So, for example, here I've uploaded this image, and I've asked what the name of the painting is and who painted it, and correctly, it's identified the name of the painting as well as the painter. I can also ask questions about this painting. For example, what makes the painting special, or why it's famous, or what's going on in the painting.